All right, welcome back. And joining us now is Andrea Wasserman, an executive coach who helps professionals decode workplace dynamics to help them thrive in their careers. Andrea, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to see you.
It's great to have you here. So tell me, what is the, leading business need when it comes to helping professionals decode workplace dynamics? Because there's a lot of push and pull out there right now.
There is, and there always has been. And for me, growing up in corporate America,
Mm-hmm.
navigating Fortune 500 company after Fortune 500 company, what I saw is that every organization does have a set of unique dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
I compare it to this mystery 18-digit combination lock that everybody is trying to figure out. And so the great need here is for aspiring executives who really want to climb that corporate ladder to have somebody kind of whispering in their ear to help them decode those dynamics.
So when you're helping people decode those dynamics, because again, as you just said, every company has their own different code. What are the keys that you're helping people realize might be right in front of them when they're trying to figure out how to decode? Because again, a skeptic would be like, but this company's completely different from that company. How could you possibly help both of us?
Yes. So it really is about knowing what to look for. And the bottom line is that every company has many of the same variables, they just appear a little bit differently. So, for example, you'll
Yes.
hear many people say, I want to build a personal brand in my company. Well, that's great, but you can't do that without knowing a lot about the organization that you're existing within. So, you need to understand who your boss is, who your peers are,
Mm-hmm.
what type of team you're managing, the culture, the politics, the policies, and all of that is going to go into how you will build your brand, which may be different from the last company you were in or the next company you'll go to.
So part of the building or growing process is also about letting go of, let's say, past mistakes. And we've all
Yes,
made them.
we've all made them.
So what are some of the past mistakes or perhaps things that people need to unlearn so that they have room to take in this new information you're helping them realize?
I think it's a balance. In some cases, yes, you're exactly right. It's unlearning. In some cases, it's what I call, and I didn't invent the term, but I use it a lot, it's called style flexing. And it is realizing that what worked for you in one organization may not work for you in another organization. It doesn't mean that you have to unlearn it and say you'll change forever, but it's having the self awareness to know that every culture and honestly, even every person requires something different of you. So, for example, if you're leading a team, you may have one person who wants a lot of conversation and chit chat, and that's what's going to inspire them. And you might have somebody else who's right down to business, wants to be very efficient in your one to ones, and you want to give that to that person.
Mm-hmm.
And that exists across companies too. The way that you show up can vary, and you can do that in ways that are still authentic to you.
All right, I think I follow that. So here's my other question. Is this something that's really more geared towards individuals who are maybe more mid-career? Or what if you are a very ambitious and hungry graduate coming out of, with a bachelor's or a master's degree, going into the corporate world? Would this also help them get their career started?
The bottom line is that executive coaching can benefit everybody. It's really about making sure, as a client, if executive coaching is something you're considering, that you have the right coach and the right program for this moment in your career. So, for example, you're exactly right. I work with many mid career leaders
Mm-hmm.
who want to become senior executives as quickly as possible. And for that, we're focused on career acceleration. But I have a different program that I'm actually teaching right now that is for college students, and it's called the Internship Success Formula. And the nature of it is that having an internship when you're in college is a golden ticket if you use it effectively and you convert it into an offer to return for a full time job or an offer to return the following summer. And so in that case, I'm filling the gap where colleges, for all of their value, are not teaching students how to succeed in the workplace. And this is for that. So, to summarize, it can be for those mid career leaders, it also can be for college students, anything in between or beyond that.
is this something that appeals more to men or to women?
I see equal interest.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes.
So,
Many of the same topics of concern
uh-huh.
and equal interest. Yes.
All right, because that was one of the things I was like, who would feel as though they, need the most advice? So, what advice would you give? And since we're both women, specifically women looking to advance, because we've heard so much about the glass ceiling.
Yes. Really, it's that if you don't ask, you don't get. And statistically speaking, women do not ask as often as men do and do not ask for as much as men do. And so, what I mean is that women, everybody, but specifically women, since you asked, need to be asking for those promotions. Now, there's a lot that goes into that we won't have time to get into.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's
today.
not just
It's
walking in
about-
and saying, I
exactly,
want.
Exactly, yeah. So that's a whole process. But it is about learning how to ask and making the ask. It's about negotiating for enough compensation. Women notoriously do not do that. And it's also about raising your hand for the opportunities of which you're deserving. There are data out there showing that if there are a list of job qualifications, men will have 10 to 20% of the qualifications on the list and they will apply. But you know what? Women will have 80% and they won't apply because they don't have 100%.
Wow. Okay. Well, that is a note to leave it on because that seems like the kind of hurdle you can help people get over.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. Well, listen, Andrea, thank you so much for taking time to speak with me and to enlighten me on how to be a better leader in the workplace.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.